Hey everybody, it is Felicia aka Miss Hotmess and her randomness. So really I should have just done one really long video for me telling you guys about the confession because we're on part 3 right now, but here's the truth about why it's had to be in sections versus just one real one. And it's not really a truth, it's just me explaining. So I don't have a ton of space on my cell phone. So literally every time that I've been recording, I've been using up what space I have left, and then uploading and then going from there. So when I left you for part 2, I was explaining that basically the court had told me that I had to, through the drug evaluator, that I had to go through a program. Now, this is when I still couldn't be honest about what was going on. And I literally reached out through Facebook and asked for help because I had no clue what the hell I was doing or where to go or anything like that for this particular. Like, they tried telling me, they gave me an 8x10 piece of paper with information on it for this program, and it had no real clue. So I went to Facebook and lied and said that my therapist had recommended that I go to a program instead of the court system. And what's really awesome about this statement is that I had a friend that I knew from high school who reached out to me and he assisted. He brought me and he introduced me to basically what would lead to the next several years of my life. So basically, I legit have been sober now a little over 9 years, and the really cool thing is sober and clean for over 9 years now. I do not do things perfectly. I screw shit up on a regular. I try to do the best that I can, and one of the things I try to do the best that I can is being upfront and honest with what's going on with me. And the ironic of that statement is, in the last 9 years, if you had asked me what the truth was of a certain situation, like any situation, like if, oh geez, here comes the waters again, the waterworks again, emotions. Sorry. So if 9 years ago we were sitting in a situation and you asked me about something, I would perceive the truth to be one thing. Today, the perception of the truth is a different situation, and I'm grateful for that. Like, my perception in life is changed. How I try to show up for people has changed. What I try to do, the next right thing, has changed. I try to do the best that I can, which isn't always perfect, which isn't always easy. I have legit been burned while trying to do the best. I still make heinous decisions. I still have character defects. I still have been known to self-seek. I've been known to fill voids because I didn't know how to do things. I pushed people away. I'm just learning how to let women in particular in my life and stick in my life, not push them away. I think I was talking about this before too. How the fact that basically I've always kind of ran with the guys. I always made that statement like, oh, I'm one of the guys, da da da, this, all fucking excuses. I've had such a fucking hang up and scared of other women who seemed more had their shit together, even when they might not. Come to find out, some of them just know how to fake it till they make it a little better than I do. And this is from themselves saying things that they put up fronts until they could let their walls down as well. But I have been really blessed over the last 9 years. There is a handful of women who I don't get to see regularly, who mean a lot to me, who I don't tell often enough that they've meant a good portion of my program, me being clean, me being sober, that they've influenced me, that I've watched them do things and get through hurdles and get through life challenges, They give me hope for things that I might or might not ever have a chance of having. Um, and some of these ladies that I speak of, they came technically in after I did. And what I mean by that is they put their last item down after I did. But they might have been around before I came in. So I had watched some of my friends struggle over and over again. And what I'm really blessed about is that one, that they're still here. Two, that I got to watch them and like get to know them and know that once upon a time I was that asshole who would watch a fellow alcoholic and addict struggle, and I would literally be like, why the fuck can't they get it? Because unlike a lot of people who are out there, I've been really lucky on getting it since I came in. Like, and what I mean by that is like since the day I legit was like, we're done. Like, last drink, we're never drinking again. I haven't picked up. August 21st, 2011 is my sobriety date. Clean, sober, whatever you want to refer to it as. I haven't had a drink or a drug unless prescribed for a surgical situation. I like I if I'm prescribed something, I take as it is written, not to basically cause mind altering situations. I let sorry, ooh, I did not mean that. I just nodded. Again, this is me. This is the hot mess. I just had knots on video, and I will talk about it. But I let my medical crew know, my doctors, like when I had a couple surgeries this year, I had a couple surgeries last year. I let my team know that I'm clean, I'm sober, I don't do drugs. Like when they're like, when was the last time you used recreational drugs or alcohol? I'm like, 9 years. And they're like, awesome. I'm like, great. I don't try these days to tell people to be like, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. I try to let people know if it's the right time and the place. If I feel like it's someone in the area might need to hear it. Right now, I'm at a point that I need to share my story with other people, and I'm doing this to save my ass. Because since I put the drink down, overall, the drink and the drug down, it's become really easy, to say the least, as in the obsession, to wanting, the craving, to want to drink. But like I said, I filled voids of other sorts. So the other day, I happened to be in the fridge at my parents' house, and I legit happened to notice what I thought was like black cherry cola or soda or whatever, pop. And I was like, oh, that looks really, really good. Did not see that it said cider on it until like literally I moved something else. I'm like, oh, like, but after I realized it said cider, it like literally kind of was like, ooh, I wonder what it tastes like. Ooh, like that thought was running in my freaking head. And what I'm grateful for is I can recognize that. I know that whatever is going on in my life isn't going to fix any of the other issues if I like pick up a drink or a drug. My opinion only is the fact that when I'm doing what I need to do on a daily reprieve, I have a choice for the fact if I am staying clean and sober or if I'm going to pick up and relapse. It's the minute that I put something in me, I have no longer a choice what happens anymore. Like, I don't have a choice if I'm going to pick up another or it's going to be 40 or not for another 5 years till I put something on, or even till the day I die. No choice. But I have that choice before I put one in, what my choice to do is. And that for me is because my higher power lets me have that clarity. Again, if you're agnostic, atheist, and you don't believe, that is perfectly fine. But for me, my story is my higher power helps me. My higher power to me, I can't exactly describe, but I also know I have a shit ton of friends that are upstairs who are no longer here that are watching the fuck out for me. So ironically, this week, 3 years ago this week, I lost a good friend. from this disease. Ironically, the person who brought me to my first meeting this week had asked and reached out to like the program that I was mentioning. Like basically, um, he legit asked on Facebook if someone could bring him to a program, and I literally reached out to people that I knew that were guys and asked if anybody could, and someone who is connected to my old friend who passed 3 years ago was willing to help, and he was able to bring that original friend to the program that he was looking to go to help him on his sobriety quest. And this is where I think when I say, like, between my higher power, my friends upstairs that are no longer are still looking out because they just want to see people do good. And so, like, I don't know what the real story is of how it happened, what's happening, but I do hope the best for my friend who is struggling and trying to get clean today. It's literally one day at a time for all of us. No matter if you have 24 hours, you just are still using and you just want to get clean. If you have 9 years like I do, if you have 20 plus years, doesn't matter. It's always one day at a time. We never know what tomorrow has. We aren't guaranteed. And I've learned I gotta share where I'm at. And some days are better than others. Like I was saying before, I've had shitty shit happen in my since I put it down. Like I said, I like to fill voids, emotional voids, and unfortunately that emotional void that I had for a really long time, I was filling in trying to get relationships with unhealthy people. And once upon a time, a few years ago, I got in a relationship with a young man who, unfortunately, him and a friend, legit, because of their addictions, stole my checkbook. The blessing of the story is, in the end result, one of them eventually got sober because his actions finally caught up with him. I was really grateful to see the court system as well intervene and help him change his life around. To my knowledge, that person is still doing well today. Like, it sucked at the time. Like, my money was being robbed from me, but I didn't have to pick up or drink over it. I got to talk to people about what was going on. I've had a breast cancer scare since just recently. Thankfully it wasn't. It was basically fibro something. Basically 11 years ago, before I put the drink down, I did this whole situation with putting a drink in me to numb it all. Back then it was dense breast tissue. Today it's fibro something. Basically my hormones are still going. I've had people die, like I mentioned, my friend 3 years ago. I've had multiple friends who unfortunately died. I've also had friends that have died, but they were older and they died because of age, so that was a blessing. But I've had to watch a lot of young people pass away because they just can't get it. And again, I don't know what makes me any better than anybody else, and I sit there sometimes with survivor guilt, like, what makes me so much better? And that's what these videos are kind of helping me do right now, is that I've learned that not only talking to other people about what's going on with me, but letting my therapist know, letting close friends know what's going on with me. Like because what's really cool is I end up finding out that I'm probably not the only person who has the same feelings that I have. So if you are feeling unique, you are feeling different, if you feel like no one understands what you are going through, and you have some type of agony that you're trying to fill with either a drink or a drug, feel free to reach out to me. Either private message me, my email is in my info, or send me a comment, whatever. I can't guarantee, I know for a fact I can't get you sober, I can't get you clean, but I can be an ear, I can maybe lead you in the right direction, for help. Maybe I can't even do that. maybe I can just be a sounding board for you for a little while. Um, or maybe I can just give you a little hope that maybe tomorrow might not be as bad as yesterday was. Um, I am an adult who is finally learning how to be an adult, and I'm really proud of that. I still fuck up on a regular. My credit score is still horrible. I basically buck up relationships on a regular. And what I mean by that is I don't do much wrong, but I still pick shitty relationships and pick guys who don't want to be with me, and then I wonder why I'm hurt. And basically maybe I should just focus on me, or maybe I should stop pushing people away who literally have been trying to be with me for a decade. Like I just don't know. Because I need to stop trying to control everything. Um, but I'm really grateful that 9 years ago, my higher power chose to, actually 10 years ago, I'm grateful that my higher power sent the court system in my life to help me get sober and clean. Because truthfully, my life was on spiral, destroying my family, being just ungrateful, entitled, and it was not a good mix. I really wish I could have done it all in one stride. I wish I kind of didn't ramble. Um, I hope I gave someone some hope. If you want to keep watching this lovely shit show of a hot mess of my life, please subscribe, like, comment, share. Um, yeah, I just don't give a shit anymore what the negativity of people anymore. Hence why I'm okay with doing these videos and looking not all like my makeup's done. Um, yeah, I'm just, yeah. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'm gonna shut up now. Thanks. Bye.